Greetings, all Shardvixen here. This is a really late vlog. It's like 10 o'clock here. I slept most of the day again. And when I didn't sleep, I was kind of like vegetating in front of the stream because I wanted to talk to Cobra and stuff like that. So, normally, this isn't a normal vlog, okay? I have messed up my count, so it won't change anything in the vlog lineup when you go to playlist, because I can't change it. I made a number blurb, so I want to go through and fix all the numbers. So I want this to be that, but it's also my 75th vlog. It's not actually my 75th vlog, it's like my 77th vlog, but I messed up the count, so I thought it's my 75th vlog, and it's not. So I'm in a lot of pain today. It's in my shoulders, you know, down in my arm, but now I have to do some cleaning. I hate cleaning. I hate it. As you can tell by my curtains back there, I've never replaced them. They were like that when I moved in, not that one, but that one there. And I just put that one up. That's how lazy I am. Same thing in my kitchen. The curtains all fell down, so I just put up whatever. And to make it a little darker sometimes, because it gets pretty bright in here sometimes. Which is, for filming, it's better to be brighter than not. But into my neck, and I've been steam cleaning since I woke up at 7, off and on. I did help some guys on the Conan Exile, because that's what a clan leader does. But anyway, so this isn't a normal vlog. This vlog is my dog and one of the dogs in the back. This vlog is going to be talking about my vlogs. And maybe we'll do a channel update. Though I always talk about channel stuff. So in psychology, as we all know, some of us, that I have degrees in psychology. Maybe I'll take a picture of it and blank out my real person name. It's not really me, but the person name that they put on it. But the more you talk about something, this is why some people do it. The more you talk about something, the more concrete it gets, because it gets out in there. And then the more you stay on top of it for most people. Some people just talk about stuff and never ever do it. And that's fine too. I mean, it's fun to share stuff with people. I know some people get tired of hearing about my goals. All through my life, I would say, I do this, and then I'd never do it, and they'd be all like, you never did that. But there was a reason I didn't do it, but I don't need to justify it, because I don't like justification. Anyway, so welcome to my 75th, but not 75th, vlog, which I never thought I'd get to 75th, and 25 more will be 100, and that'd be awesome. I've been on YouTube for 2 years now. I started in March of 2016. Had to count. Had to count backwards. I have the fog today too. So I started it in March. I did a lot of videos. I mean, I pounded out because I'd researched it, and it said, you know, do consistently the same over and over and over. That's why I have a schedule, so that it's consistent for me and consistent for you. The vlogs will suffer. Of all of them, the vlogs will suffer. Sometimes the stream won't happen, and I'll put up a video instead. What happened, though, is I had been watching, so I was doing 3 videos of 15 minutes each for 45 minutes of video gameplay 3 times a week. I didn't do weekends. I didn't do anything like that. It was just 3 times a week. I would edit on the weekends because it took so long to edit, because I was using the tablet and just putting it up in front of the TV and filming it that way. Okay, so then when but I was watching this Twitch guy. I don't remember his name, I'm sorry. I'd like to give him a shout out because he was very interesting. Who had talked about streaming. I was trying to figure out where I was going with that. But I had planned in 2017 to start streaming as soon as I got the equipment for it, which was the OBS and the computer. Instead, I was watching Cobra TV and we did a podcast with him, his subcast, and met Pippin Plays there, who talked about the Geknip Gang, and I went and checked out the Geknip Gang, And then they were all streaming and with the PlayStation 4, and I was like, because I was just going to get Xbox One. And I was like, oh. So I talked my daughter into getting a PlayStation 4 early. And then I changed over because the fibromyalgia was getting worse. Even though they say it can't get worse, it seems to get worse with me. And I was having more bouts of being tired and staying on my schedule. So I was like, okay, I'll start streaming. And that is helpful, but not too. Sometimes streaming is a lot hard on me too, because it's hard to maneuver the buttons when the hand is bad. When the shoulder is really bad, it affects all the way down into my elbows and things. What's really weird, you know it's fibromyalgia, part of it, because when you touch me, it feels like someone has taken my arm off and used it to beat somebody with it and then put it back on, because it feels bruised. Or, like I always say, I feel like it came out of a rock tumbler. Anyway, so not to talk about fibromyalgia, because you can go to my other my vlog on that. So some of the I just wanted to recap, that in 2 years I've done a lot, but I'm keep trying to move forward. I'm trying to get the OBS up, which if you've seen some of those streams is a little more difficult for me. I wish I had the electronic savvy that some people have, like Sav21, Chavo, the Taco Lord. Both of them are really great streamers. Chavo when he can stream, Savjazz when he can stream. You should check out their streams. They're pretty fun to chit chat with and watch them play. Gaming Mike, of course, he streams to multiple platforms, so he's like the guru of streaming. You should check out some of his stuff. But it takes me longer. I have to hear it told to me, I have to read it, and then I have to do it all at the same time. Part of that's because of processing disorder I have, and then part of it is just, I'm sure, the cognitive fog of having fibromyalgia. I'm not sure it has anything to do with my age, though around 50 to 60 the brain starts having issues, and some people are sharp and clear till the day they die, and some people are befuddled by things. People who have mental health issues tend to have a higher chance of dementia, so that's something I get to look forward on top of my fibromyalgia. Joy, joy, joy. All right, so I plan on keep doing the vlogs. I pretty much have a good setup, I think, with the rambling, which is, just off the top of my head kind of stuff, kind of like this, but this has a thing, an end that I'm going towards, I think. Kind of and then the themed ones where I pick a theme and I talk about it, I research it, look it up, make my own thing about it, which is a little different than What Did the Vixen Say, but kind of close, because in What Did the Vixen Say, you get to ask me questions, and they can be any question. I mean, you can even ask me what would be considered sensitive questions. I'm not quite sure what sensitive questions would be. Maybe like, how'd you get to be so fat? Or what do you think about being fat? Or why do you wear a mask? Or questions like that. Things that I could come up with tons and tons of questions. When people don't give me questions, though, I think what I'm going to do with What Did the Vixen Say is I'm going to do logic problems and games and things like that. Yeah. Okay, so I thought my daughter was coming through the door and she doesn't want to be in the vlog. But she's not here yet. So I'll pause it the next time. And then Know Thyself. And I really enjoy Know Thyself because it's a walk through my past. So I'd have to say of all of them, that probably is my favorite vlogs. Because I really enjoy that. Look at myself, of the things I love. Like last night I watched Conan, the new Barbarian one that has Jason Momoa in it. And it's interesting because I play Conan Exiles, how much of that movie has influenced the gameplay. The outfits and stuff. I need to watch the older Conan and see if those also had some kind of thing on it. But I think Jason Momoa's Conan is more of what I would have thought Conan would be. Arnold Schwarzenegger is big like Conan would be. But Jason Momoa pulls off the facial expressions really well. So if you haven't seen that movie, I suggest it. It'll probably come up as one of my favorites, and I'll talk about it again. But that's just an example of Know Thyself. He also is a really good-looking man. Who was born on the same day I was born on. 10 years later. Actually, I think it's more than 10 years. I'm not sure. You get old, and after a while, you're looking at nice-looking guys, and you're like, how old are they? Because I feel really weird looking at the really young guys and going, God, they're cute. I haven't found that there are a lot of young men that I look at that I think are cute, though. I mean, I've always liked older men, so that's kind of not my thing. But anyway, so 75 videos. But not really. 77. I'm going to keep saying that because it bugs me. Some of those weird little anal things in life bug me. And it bugs me that my count is wrong. It drives me nuts. And I have to look at it all the time, so it drives me nuts. So I'll have to look on that. So some of the things I have to do is I have to work on Nightbot. I have to work on the chat bot for all 3 streams. I have to get the OBS completely up and running. Now, this week is going to be a little different as far as normal stream. I have a house guest, and he's not known for being sympathetic to everybody else's life. He's very egocentrical, and it's all about him, and so he doesn't know to be fair, he doesn't know the scheme and the schedule of things, and I don't always follow my schedule either. I'm trying to get back to that. So that's what's going to happen in the next couple months. See, up here is my schedule. I'm going to try to keep on that. I'm trying to get back on it. I want to finish the animation that I'm working on so I can start working on other animation. I got a long list of animations. I want to get back to writing. I was for a while, but it's really hard to transcript from written to computer because the typing is hard to do on my shoulders. I want to finish doing more of my Xbox 360 games and getting them out of the way and enjoying them. I got lots of things I want to do. I got things I want to do. I want to save my money for dreams. And so this is where I'm going to say a big thank you, and it will have been at the beginning or at the end. I think I'll put it at the end of my video. Is I would like to thank Savjazz21 for making a donation to my channel. The monies that he made are being saved, and they're going to be put into either 1, a new camera, 2, Dreams, the PlayStation game that's coming out that allow you to do animation through your PlayStation, and or 3, a microphone. I haven't decided, so the money's just is sitting in my channel's account thing. And then also I want to thank Nimrod, who is they're both part of the Geknip Gang, who's also a sub of mine, and he was the one who donated Conan the Exiles for me. So I love to thank people, but on the same token, I'm very quiet about that because I think that some people might not want to be noted for that, so people bug them. But I think it's great to explain that everyone shares and helps each other out the most they can in the Geknip Gang. And so I'm on, I like to say a limited budget, but actually I have no budget because I have no money. I get $420 a month, $430 I think, $430 on a social service thing for my son, and all that money goes towards rent. And don't think that my daughter is this hugely bad person. She gives me stuff throughout, but it's a very limited amount. So I have Patreons that I support that comes out of my allowance because I don't do anything, so I don't know why it would be considered an allowance. It's a sad part of my life that I've always worked and pretty much take care of myself. I've had help with social services because of my mental health issues. When I've been unemployed or fired or laid off, or the world just had a meltdown and I got caught up in it. So none of those are secrets to me. They're just the way life is. And I'm not ashamed. And if you're on that kind of same thing, don't be ashamed. you can work hard your whole life and get absolutely nowhere. I am kind of a living example of that. Or you can kick back and everything be given to you. My brother is the exact opposite. My brother for most of his life was that way until it finally caught up with him and his drinking. But 75 vlogs in a year is pretty good. You know, I see people talk about all kinds of things on their vlogs, but I really need a kind of a set schedule. It just helps with the fibromyalgia to know, like today I had to get up and do a vlog. I knew it was a free-form vlog because I was just celebrating 77 vlogs. I always do that little part of my brain. I'm sorry. I'm going to try, dude. 75! Okay, I passed. I didn't have to do it. And I'm not centered. I see that, but I'm funny. I'm sitting funny because of my shoulder. I was trying to sit up. Sit up! Sit up! It's good for your back. It is, but it's hard when you're in pain. But, so, 75, yeah. And I have lots of supporters who don't give money. So don't, like, think that only that. I have Long Roger. He's a moderator. He's a moderator in my Discord. He's a moderator on my streams. He's a really great guy. Him and I play Monster Hunter together. And he's a very helpful person. So always remember that. Helpful is great too. Everybody helps in the way they can. It's no less or no more. So don't feel bad if you can't give money. I don't feel bad. Yeah, I don't give money. I have given so much of my time and effort and money and help and things to other people and organizations that I know that if you do your best, that's all you can ask for is do your best. I really enjoy the, meeting the Geknip Gang and Cobra TV, and I'm going to talk about those in another vlog, I think. It's been a very good, positive experience all the way around. I've had some bumps in the road, but I always have bumps in the road. But I think that it's great to have communities online that are growing and are pretty player friendly, and that's important to me because I want to share with you guys and I want to experience with you guys, but we don't want to have people that are not very nice, coming in and being trolls, I guess. My standpoint of trolls is that you can change everybody because everybody has the ability to make the choice to do good or bad. And it's within you to make that choice. I really enjoy playing games with people. So you always should, find me on PlayStation, Xbox. I'm Shardvixen on both of those. And I'm Shardvixen on Twitch. And if you ask me, I'll do a stream with you. I got no problem with it. But I'm not a big famous YouTuber. So don't get overly excited. Woo! I'm making my way to 300 subs. I'm right on task. It's slow sometimes, but that's typical for women streamers. And especially older women streamers. It's hard to find the audience out there that's interested in people who are, old. I have a few of them, and sometimes I'm not very interested in what they talk about. I'm not very interested sometimes in what women talk about, but that's why I'm kind of a non-gender person, and I like who I like. I like you young, I like you old, don't matter to me. So what are the goals for the vlog? Basically, I'm going to stay the way it is. We're going to hit 100. I'm going to try at 100 to do some animation. Maybe a title or something. I want to start getting back into that. It's really hard to do week-to-week animation. It takes a long time to do animation for me. Mostly problematic because of my arm and moving the mouse. Ow. Ow. I just hurt myself. Ow. Just doing that. Ow. I have sad moments in my life because of the depression, which I'll be talking about. I'm making an animation called Blackness, which is about my depression. Depression is very common while not being common. It's one of those weird things. I say a lot. I noticed that. Sometimes when I edit it, I used to take that out. I do a bloop, 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 bloop. I don't do that anymore. It's too much time. I don't care. I don't care. We're having a conversation. When you have conversation, it's different than when you're having an actual lecture. When you're lecturing, you're reading straight through, so your brain doesn't have time to pause. When you're having a conversation, there's pauses in that, and that's where that whole comes from, because what's happening is your brain stops and you need to think about what you're going to say next. Usually, if you talk slower, it helps a lot. That's some of the stuff that I would teach in communication skills. I'm sorry, the shoulder's really bothering me because I'm talking with my hands and I'm not supposed to. So this vlog's just a tad bit longer. I know lately they all have been kind of tad bit longer. Part of it is because I can't edit them, so I have to think about it when I'm doing it. Alright, so thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me. Let's get to 500. Well, 300 first, and then we'll make that long trek to 500 by next year. So hopefully maybe by this time next year, I'll be looking close to 500 subs. That would be 3 years on YouTube and 2 years of blogging. Alright, so remember, ask me a question for what does the vixen say. You put it in the comments of the video. All questions are welcome. If you've already asked a question, ask another question. I'm going to keep going. I'm pretty much set right now for questions until December, because I only do it once, every 5 weeks or so. And I will be adding this another segment to Know Thyself, which I'm going to start putting in art. Somebody asked me how come I don't talk about art if I'm an artist. Well, because I don't really like a lot of classical art, but we can talk about some of my favorite ones. I have enough probably for a year's worth of Know Thyself. Alright, that's it. I hope everybody has had a great weekend. This is going to post really late. Technically, it'll be Monday for most people. But peace. I love you. And we're all on the right page, I hope. See ya.